Howdy folks, Josh Shipp here from You Speaker University, and in this video it's going to be a quick but nerdy one. We're going to talk about the subtle reason why good speakers don't get booked. And let me warn you, this might be one of the nerdier videos you've watched from me. There are charts galore, and as Erica from Stranger Things might say, could make you physically ill. Now, when it comes to getting booked, there are essentially three subtle but distinct elements at play. We have the speech, the video of the speech, that is the marketing asset known as a demo video, and then the fee, right? So we've got the product itself, the speech, the evidence with which you try to convince someone to hire you to give that speech, that's the video, and then the fee that you quote them, the price that you quote them to give that speech at a particular event. Now, if we think about sort of the sequence for you as the speaker, this is the order. Number one, you think about the speech, right? Because you work on it, you're tinkering, you're constantly improving that speech to make it better so that each and every keynote or workshop or training that you do is 1% better than the last. And then once you feel like that speech is in a good spot, finally, praise the Lord, you film a video. You're no longer trying to book gigs using a one-sheet PDF or hopping on Zoom with potential clients and essentially like doing an audition with them. And then lastly, you kind of think about your fee. You're like, all right, where do I want to set my fee? Where do I want to set my price so that I'm doing well financially, but that I'm also in the conversation with most schools and organizations' budgets. So, you want to be in that sweet spot where you're not undercharging, but you're not overcharging, so you're completely out of the conversation. So look at this real quick. This is the sequence, sort of the decision, sort of the order in which things happen for you. But for your client, it is quite different. Here is the sequence for them, for your client. The first piece that they interact with is that video, right? So if you're contacting them, like if you're sending out cold emails or doing cold phone calls, at some point, they're probably going to click on your website. And because they are hiring you not based on your writing skill, but on your speaking skill, they're going to scour that website to try to find the thing that they're considering buying. They want to see a video of you speaking because that is the product. Now, if it's, so that's if you contacted them. Now, if it's their idea, they're like, oh, we want to have a speaker, we want to have an assembly, we want to have a teacher training on this particular topic. Then they start browsing potential speakers. They go to a speakers bureau. They line up 3 to 5 speaker options and then watch video after video. Now, this isn't true if the decision maker has seen you in person, right? This kind of rubric goes out the window, which is why sometimes it can kind of muddy the decision-making rubric in your mind because you can have situations where clients hired you without seeing or watching the video or at least communicating to you that was a part of their decision-making rubric. But that's often because they or someone that they deeply trust saw you speak in person. So the first thing they interact with is the video. And then they're like, hey, based on the video, hey, this seems like it could be a fit. Like they could be kind of the right speaker for our topic, for what we're going for. What's the price? That's the second piece that they receive. And then the third, like 6 months later, after they signed a contract, paid a deposit, then they finally get the goods delivered. They finally get the product delivered. And at this point, if you ain't good, it's too late for them. So you can see here how the sequence for you as a speaker and the sequence for them as the client is quite different. And so that leads to situations why good speakers don't get booked. We have tons of speakers who are living in this sort of scenario right now. Their video makes them look like they're a $1,000 speaker, Their fee is $3,000, but then their actual speech 6 months later, once they show up and give it, is they're like a $5,000 speaker. The speech is actually great. The issue here is that their evidence, the video, is not that great. Now, and so in the client's mind then, when they watch the video and then hear the price, they watch the video and go, it's like a $1,000 speaker in their mind. They hear the fee, $3,000-ish. They go, not worth the risk. That gap in the quality of the evidence and the level of the fee is not worth the risk for that client. But the good news here is that your speech is awesome. So your homework, the thing you need to work on, is that video, that evidence that proves to them before the event 6 months later that you're absolutely going to knock it out of the park. Now, you've also got a lot of speakers who live right here, where they're a good marketer but a poor speaker. Their video makes them look like a $5,000 speaker. Their fee is $5,000. 6 months later, once they show up and actually do the event, it is quite underwhelming. They're like a $1,000 speaker. So the issue here is not the marketing and not the pricing. It's the speech development, making that speech to the level of the marketing, of the video, and the fee. Because otherwise, if you find yourself in this situation, every gig that you do is going to be a dead end, because folks are going to sit in your audience who could bring you to their event, and they're going to go, yeah, she was okay, he was all right. I mean, I've seen better. And moving on. When they are planning their event 2 months later, 6 weeks later, and they start talking about speaker considerations, you're not going to pop into their mind, because the speech, the marketing was quite good, but the speech itself was underwhelming. If you find yourself here, hey, it is what it is. Your focus, should be less on the shiny marketing and pricing and more on the craft itself. And then this right here can be the ideal place to earn your reputation as you're getting started as a speaker. Your video makes you look like a $3,000 speaker. Your fee is $2,000, and your speech is actually like at the level of a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 speaker. This is a place where you want to camp out those first couple years while you're earning your reputation, while you're getting momentum going, while you're getting your name permeating different schools, organizations, conferences, associations. In this situation, for that client, they're going to spread the words like, whoa, this is way better than I expected. They're going to say, this is a great speaker, totally reasonable price. This is a great place for you to be for a period of time, not forever, to earn your reputation. And then this is essentially kind of the holy grail. This is where all of us as speakers want to end up, where we are a sure thing, where the video is outstanding. The fee is just slightly under what you would think. The video makes you look like a $10,000 speaker. The fee is like $8,000. The speech was like at the level of a $15,000 speaker. This is the holy grail. This is the right order. This is where you want to be, so that you are a sure thing for your clients, and that you're treating your speaking craft and your speaking business with absolute earnestness and fidelity. So I guess this is the homework that I would give you, to self-assess and be brutally honest. If you look at these three kind of chips, where would you place them on the chart? And then knowing that will give you a good idea of what it is that you need to work on and develop. Because speaker fee is not about what you intend to deliver. Speaker fee is about what the client is convinced, or really pre-convinced, that you will deliver. Now, if you're already a Youth Speaker University member, don't forget we have 2 live Zoom coaching sessions each month. Just log into your account, click on coaching up there, and you'll see when our next coaching session is for this month. And if you're not a YSU student and you're someone who's interested in making a living speaking to kids, students, educators, parents, nonprofit organizations, I would encourage you to look into our program. It's a proven step-by-step methodology to help you launch and grow a speaking business. You'll find a link somewhere on this page to schedule a call with a member of our team to watch a pre-recorded demo inside the program so you can see exactly what it is that we offer. So that concludes this video, Why Good Speakers Don't Get Booked. I encourage you to do that homework so that you don't face this problem.